Welcome to the tutorial videos of HongFA NC programming system. This course is about creating basic curved surface suitable for creating machining path of furniture and simple crafts. Right-click on surface in the Project View window, select Add New Surface, then click on the Auto-Generate Surface button. Modify parameters in the dialog box if necessary. Tips about the number of columns and the number of stacks. Smaller value result in large control point spacing and a smoother curved surface. Thus are suitable for models with simple shapes and smooth surface variations. Conversely, larger values result in smaller control point spacing and a rougher curved surface. Thus are suitable for models with atypical shapes and large surface variations. Also, larger values create more reverse rotations for the machine axis during the actual machining process. The number of columns is the number of control points in a single rotation around the reference axis. The recommended value for spacing between two adjacent columns is 9 cm. For example, if the diameter of the model is 30 cm, then the circumference of the model is about 94 cm. Thus, the number of columns should be set to 10. The number of stacks is the number of control points along the reference axis. The recommended value for spacing between two adjacent stacks is 5 cm. For example, if the length of the model is 50 cm, then the number of stacks should be set to 10. The number of columns and the number of stacks should also depend on the shapes of the models. The default values are 12 for the number of columns and 8 for the number of stacks. These values are set according to the shapes of our commonly used models. There are two methods to create curved surfaces: ellipse and inflation contour. The ellipse method creates layers of elliptical envelopes and then connects these envelopes to form a curved surface. This method is suitable for models with simple shapes and smooth surface variations, such as columns. Smoother surfaces result in smoother paths and less machining times. The inflated method inflates the model's surface outward, then creates an envelope of the inflated surface. It is suitable for models with atypical shapes and large surface variations. For models with pointed ends, the range value should be shifted to a little bit inwards to avoid severe distortions of the curved surface near the end. The default edit mode is stack editing. In this mode, a stack of control points can be moved, inserted, or deleted. Move the mouse cursor over the stack of control points until they are highlighted with red color. Then click the right mouse button, select Move Control Point Stack to move the highlighted control point stack. Select Delete Control Point Stack to delete the highlighted control point stack. Select Insert Control Point Stack to insert a new stack of control points. When the mouse cursor is not positioned over any control points, an Insert Control Point Stack menu item is available. Typically, stacks of control points are inserted into a region when spacing between stacks is large, and stacks of control points are deleted in regions when spacing between stacks is small. In regions where spacing between stacks is uneven, stacks are moved to even out the spacing. Click on the Freely Move radio button to enter Freely Move edit mode. An additional dialog box will pop up. In this mode, a single or multiple selected control points can be moved or positioned for fine-tuning. The radio buttons in the movement restriction group control the movement restriction of selected control points. The selected control points can be moved without any restrictions, none, or the movements can be restricted to be parallel in stack, or perpendicular to stack, to control point stacks. Select control points by moving the mouse cursor of control points, then click the right mouse button. The radio buttons in the selection mode group control how the control points are selected. The control points can be selected one at a time, none, a group in direction U, or group in V direction V. Selected control points can be moved interactively by right mouse dragging while holding down the Shift key. Their position can also be finely tuned using the left, right, up, down, forward, backward buttons in the position fine-tuning group. These directions are relative to the viewer. Click on the Undo button in the Edit Surface dialog box to cancel all movements in the last step. If the surface shape is not satisfactory or a mistake is made, right-click on selected control points while holding down the Control key to deselect control points. Click on the Deselect All button to clear control point selection. Adjust the control point positions until the shape of the surface is satisfactory. Click on Undo button in the Edit Surface dialog box to cancel all movements in the last step. If the surface shape is not satisfactory or a mistake is made, right-click on selected control points while holding down the Control key to deselect control points. Click on the Deselect All button to clear control point selections. A path can be divided into multiple segments, with each segment created from a partial patch of different curved surface. To create a partial path of curved surface, click on the Limit Range button, then select the desired ranges for columns and stacks. Do not forget to tick the checkboxes to the left to enable the range limits. Path is not generated in regions not covered by the curved surfaces. Limiting column range is equivalent to setting rotary angle range. Limiting stack range is equivalent to setting axial range. Multiple curved surface patches can be created in the same way. Each curved surface patch needs to be adjusted to best to fit models.